It depends.
Yeah. What's up, gents? And to the lovely audience listening, tuning at this present moment and at whatever time period in our lives, in the lives beyond. And yeah, if anybody might take this along while they time travel, hope you share it. One can only dream. One can only dream. So, how are you, gents? How are you, gents?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, I'm good, guys. I just touched down at home. Yo, I just touched down at home. Like I'm still taking home in. Still taking home in.
I see. Oh, man, it's a lovely feeling, man. When you, I don't know, it's like the change of scenario or that nostalgic atmosphere that home might be associated with. It's man, it's lovely.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So to the people on board, this is your Captain TT for the day, and today's topic or today's frontier or today's destination is master writer. Whatever that is, I hope you take it back for whatever seconds and yeah, man, it stimulates your mind in a good way. So, man, what the whole thing is all about, and man, it means a whole lot of serious action to me. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time trying to warm up the engine. For me, the engine is already hot. So guys, it's a fast-paced kind of conversation today in the sense of yeah, guys, we're not holding back. So we're hitting it raw as it is. So whatever comes our way, we hit it as it is. So the first question would be, how do you guys see this, like, this thing and fate? Did you guys get that?
Yeah.
My bad. I understand too fast, but yeah.
We got that, man.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah. Just 5 seconds. Even fate is even doing the best thing. Somebody's knocking by my door. Do your answering.
MPM, what's going on, man? Travis Scott now.
Yo, drip too hard, man. Drip too hard. Too hard. Too hard.
Yeah, gents. Fate or whatever destiny you guys has decided to give you up to this moment right now. So whoever's first, I guess it's already decided in somebody's worldview. Let's hear it, gents.
MPM, wanna take this one?
Hey, look at you giving me this. Hey, that's a tough question to start off the show. Hey.
Yeah, there are no icebreakers today. Why you?
No, because I'm burning with passion for this one. Like I just hit work and it's been a lovely day, and yeah, man. So passion, I'm burning hot with passion right now. So it's like that moment when you see your beloved and you just from a very interesting day, and you just don't want to waste your time, man. Just try to warm things up. You just get to the action, man. Make it work. Yes, you make it work.
What was the question?
Yeah, man. The question is, what's your view on fate and destiny? It could be different to you. It could be the same thing. What do you think?
Oh, okay. I personally believe in fate, guys. Yo, I feel like there's a universal order. There's a universal order that, yeah, man, it kind of just gives you what is meant for you. You know, I tend to believe that everything happens for a reason. So now I do not know the difference between fate and destiny, but in my head, they mean the same thing. In my head, for some reason, they mean the same thing. So yeah, man, that's what I believe. I believe fate is out here. You just have to relax. You know, it's got everything under control. Yeah.
So wait. Let me just before we exceed onto whatever length of the stars that we come across, yeah. So I just want to slow it down and understand this. So when you just feel like something was meant to happen, would you just say call it down to destiny or fate? But wouldn't you go beyond that moment and break it down?
Hmm. Hmm. This things are hard to think of when you're not in there, because it's a whole. I feel like when they happen, it's a whole. Oh shoot! You know, it's a whole. Oh shoot! You know, because it's happening right in front of your eyes. Nice, but nah, I think I'll park the bus just there. I'll park the bus there.
Okay, let me make it more easier for you. Like the reflection mode, because everything makes more sense when you have time to, go through the whole scenario process of what just happened. You are literally processing and, breaking it down to the biggest fragment or to the smallest fragments, given the time, given the energy, and giving the level of curiosity you want to break it down to. So, yeah, what do you then think of it, like over time? Just like how many instances have you had over time that you could say, man, could that be destiny or fate? Could that be fate that was supposed to happen based on these sequence of events or whatsoever? So, I'm just helping you come up with something, my friend.
Oh. Man, countless times, man. Countless times. I feel like countless times this destiny thing. You know, when everything just like a puzzle. Every puzzle from like way back when starts fitting in with the puzzle you're currently with the puzzle piece you're currently like in. Very figurative what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is like I'm trying to find a nice way to put it. But it's like everything connects, man. It's like the sequence of events. Like when they come true, like when the final product comes true, you're just like, okay. I see what was happening. Like when you're busy going through it, you probably don't understand it as much as you're supposed to until it actually happens, and then everything starts connecting in that moment when it happens. Everything starts connecting. It's like, I remember. All these events were like a sequence now,
Yeah.
leading on to this final thing. Now, I can't recall like a particular event as of now, but then there are plenty, man. There are plenty.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let you breathe for a while and let you, enjoy the moment on the bench, and then let's hear it from Tabo. What do you think? Or what's your view?
My view. So you brought up destiny and fate, right?
Yeah.
Right. When mentioning these two concepts, what comes to my mind is determinism,
Okay.
right? As in, our lives are determined. Now, in connection with destiny and fate, I like to believe that destiny is like the journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the journey there,
Mm.
the route you take, and fate is the destination.
Mm.
You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
And then okay. Okay, Tabo's answer is more clear to my understanding and breaking it down. It's so okay, you simplified it in such a way that I'd have to take longer to think to break it down and whatsoever. And then okay, you have from a brother from the audience, Poloko, brother of mine. Yeah, let's hear it from you, brother.
Evening, guys. It's just that, yeah, my understanding, fate is more sort of like you are in control, you understand? Then destiny is something that was made for you. It's sort of like fate is artificial, then destiny is more natural, you understand? Because it's your fate that you'll make it to tomorrow, you understand? But you don't know your destiny, like you said, Tebogo, that destiny is a journey. You might not know your destiny 10 years from now, but it's fixed. But then with your fate, it's more artificial. As a person, you have control over it. With destiny, you don't. If tomorrow somebody knocks at your door and they say that you're the king of some land way back there, you understand? That's your destiny. You didn't know about it at that point. But in terms of fate, you decided that you're going to graduate. You get? That's something that it's sort of like a goal. That's something that you set. That is your fate. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, lovely man. So me understanding it or trying to break down what you just said is basically say fate is within our control or we have some sort of influence. So in that order of the spectrum. And then as for destiny, it's not within our control.
Yeah, it's not. Because at the end of the day, if you're destined to do something, you might run away from it, but all roads lead there because it's your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
I dig it.
That things might get messed up at the end because you are running away from your destiny. Then once you get there or once you decide that, fine, I'm going to embrace it, then shit starts opening up. You get?
I see. Okay. And then from that, guys, so it's very interesting input. And from the output of, I'm going to generate outputs from what you just said, and the outputs are these questions. So, how do you anticipate the two, like destiny or fate, according to each of one of your worldviews? And then the other one, let's just park it, not to make your mind overthink, but let's just rest on anticipation of the two or the one.
Wait, what is the question?
The question is in relation to fate and destiny, right? So you basically, my understanding is you guys have given more of like a reflection of what fate or destiny based on your encounters through life and your experiences. So, and then now I'm asking myself, okay, if you guys, your perspective is more usually based on your past experiences, how about, do you ever think about those two in relation to your future? And how do you actually anticipate that future? In the sense of, yeah. Okay, Puluga, you go.
And I was saying for me, anticipation regarding destiny, I wouldn't say there's an anticipation. It just feels right. You don't know how to explain it. You get? You don't know how to put it in words. You don't know how to explain it to someone who's not going through it. You get? So you can't necessarily anticipate your destiny. When it happens, there's that feeling within yourself that you're gonna get. It's sort of like that oven light once you're done baking or whatever, that you're done. You know that. So there's no anticipation when it comes to destiny. But in terms of fate, I wouldn't necessarily say it's anticipation. You're just sending your energy towards the universe that this goal that I've set, I want to achieve it. So once I get it, you see that energy that you're sending, that yes, I'm on my way to getting it, but once I get it, I'll be happy or I'll be able to do it or whatever. So that's, you can anticipate fate, but you cannot have any anticipation regarding destiny. That's how I see things.
It's lovely, man. It's lovely. It's lovely. So, and to the James, to the brothers.
Now, I see things a bit different.
Okay.
Regarding the journey, or your destiny and your fate, right? I believe that you can't anticipate these things because, for instance, with fate, well, for one, I believe that it's out of your control, right?
Okay.
Now the question is who's in control. That's a different subject altogether. Let's not go there. But I believe that you're not in control. VM is laughing. You're not in control. And then it all goes back to the issue that I brought up in previous episodes. The fact that these things are illusions. Like for you, for instance, if you wake up today and say, I'm fated to become the president of South Africa or something. Now, it's just you creating this illusion in your head. Whether or not you'll achieve that, that's a different story. But remember that started as a thought.
Okay.
Yeah. So as for fate being anticipated, no, I don't think you can.
Okay. So, I have a follow-up questions before we move on to Fariso. Here's the thing, right? Some things we come to understand them not because of the bunch of thoughts that we generate or we, assess in our head, but through observations. Like, life works this way. We get born, we die. This works this way. Like it's more of like systematic or anything similar to systematic. So, and those observations kind of teach us certain things about life. Like, okay, one would derive certain things of like, if people are born and then they die, if the sun rises and then it sets, then people are comfortable to come up with sayings, a similar saying in Sepedi that we say, so basically in translation, it's like, Kholwa, guys, okay, you forgive me to all those speaking people out there. Yeah, my Sepedi isn't that good in terms of deep words. So, but it's something like they basically saying, what doesn't end is weird, weird or strange and that kind of thing. So it's kind of like, according to that observation, they're trying to make sense of whatever is on the surface or around this reality or what we see as reality, that happens. Like it has to end at some point. So how do you respond to that in terms of observations? Since you said we form illusions or whatsoever like that, but there's certain things. If we can't I understand you saying illusions, but what about truth then? Where does truth relay into the whole view of illusions? Like, are you trying to say maybe? Okay, let me not put words into your answer. And just
But then, TT, you have to remember something.
Okay.
Truth is subjective.
Nah.
I was about to ask for the definition of truth that he's talking about.
If TT.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right?
I learned that.
Okay. Say what you need to say.
No. I was just saying that I learned that the hard way. It's just that truth is subjective. You understand? So until maybe we understand that, then maybe we can shy away from just mentioning it as a way to sort of like get our point across in certain conversations.
Okay. I guess you're trying to say, but just on the sideline. Okay. You say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're trying to say. Let me not force the war into a corner and make him come up with something that I think. So, but just a side note, let me not even go on truth. Let's just park it there. Yeah, Jabo, your response?
Just in addition to my initial response, right? I believe that the only fate that we know about our lives is the fact that we're going to die. Right? That's everyone's destiny. We're all on that journey. Yeah. The rest, illusion.
All right. By the way, Pologo, I'll just say that's something related to the truth, being objective. But anyway, I'm just gonna park it there. I don't want to touch the truth. Let's not divert into something else. But I understand your point. There are many days and many conversations that will unpack it. So, yeah, Fariso, your response.
Yeah, I mean, you keep lining questions on top of questions. Which question am I answering this time?
Yeah, the question that you on right now is all about how you broke down how you see fate and destiny, right? So now I'm asking, and then my understanding was you were giving a perspective from how you have seen it over time. So it's a reflection of your past experiences. So then what I'm asking right now is how do you then see that in terms of the future? Which then we ask then, how do you anticipate destiny and fate?
Anticipate. I don't think it's something you can anticipate. I think you just keep doing whatever feels right, and that will kind of you kind of start getting that, oh, okay, this feels right. Okay, then I mean maybe that gives you like a little view of what the future might hold for you. But I don't think you can anticipate things. I'm a believer in that you cannot anticipate. Maybe little glimpses.
I see. Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Now, just to add on that, I also think it goes back to, as a person, if you believe in your intuition.
Okay.
Oh
you
my
understand?
God. That
No.
word again. Intuition. Yeah.
Let me finish. Before I forget. I was just saying that if you believe in your intuition, you understand, then certain things, not everything, certain things, they will work out for you because you believe in the fact that the choice that you made will work out for you. You're not sure, but you believe that, yes, for lack of a better term, it's your destiny. You understand? Because you have no explanation why you chose that road to walk back home, or you have no reason why you decided to buy a certain item. You get, and a certain item appears. You're like, nah, I'm gonna need this. I'm not sure for what, but I'm going to need it. Then down the line, something breaks. Then you use it to level out your table, for example. You get,
yeah.
It's that sense that if you're a person who believes in intuition, and I know from the reactions from the two parents by anything, it seems like they're not true believers of their intuition. But yeah, I just wanted to throw in that for me, I'm a true believer in my intuition.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah.
Okay, just a mini question. Then how do you how do you get input from your intuition? Like how do you get a guide, like how does your intuition guide you into making certain decisions?
I wouldn't necessarily say every single decision that I make, my intuition just pops up. You understand? But there are certain instances where, let me use this analogy. I'm walking back from school. You understand? There's a road that I always take every day. But then today something tells me, nah, let's turn left today. Let's just take the long road back home. You understand? I believe that's my intuition telling me that you might not enjoy your experience if you go down that road. And it might be wrong, but because I'm a firm believer in my intuition, I'll listen to it and say like, yeah, let me turn left. Or it's not a sense that something might happen in the road that I usually take, but it's like turn left here today. Today, you might meet someone you haven't seen in a long time, or you might experience something that you haven't experienced. You get, and it's not even and it's not limited to a good experience. It might even be a bad experience. You get that might be a teaching moment for the future. You understand?
Please ask a question. What's your intuition's role? What role does it play?
For me, I'd say it's a consultant in a sense that certain decisions, you know that there are certain decisions that sort of like the board of directors have to take. There are certain decisions that have to go to the entire board. There are certain decisions that the CEO can just say, fuck it, I'm making this decision. Regardless of what you guys are saying, you understand? So I'd say that my intuition is sort of a consultant to the entire boardroom to say that, my guys, we cannot acquire this business or we cannot fire this person. Then the board will decide that, okay, we've listened to your suggestion, we'll follow it, or we'll listen to your suggestion, but we're not going to follow it. I think that's the best analogy that I can come up with.
That's a good analogy. And then what's the intuition's mission and vision statement? Since we're talking about analogies, and what I'm trying to say is like, what's the intuition trying to achieve? That's what I want to understand.
Look out for number one. Number one being me.
Look out for you in so
in everything.
Okay, sorry, just I'm becoming a prosecutor now. Last question. So let's say you at that crossroad, right?
Okay.
You say that your intuition is looking out for you, and on that day, your intuition tells you to take the road less traveled, right?
No.
Okay.
No. That comes with a lot of strings attached. It's telling me to turn left.
Okay.
Yeah, turn
yeah,
left.
it's telling you. Okay, it's telling you to turn left, and on that day, on the day where you turn left, you get hit by a bus and die. Now, would you say that your intuition was looking out for you, or it was something else altogether? Or your intuition will never let you do that?
I don't know how to put it. I'd say the cliche answer to give is to say that it was my time to die. But that's the cliche answer. You get. I wanna think. If I get hit by a bus, I die. Looking out for me, it's that sense that, okay, fine. Let me put it this way. You've run your race. Then this is where it ends. Like you said a few minutes ago, we are all destined to die. And so I wouldn't necessarily say that my intuition it led me astray. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I have no control over how I die. Let's say it told me to turn left and I say, nah, let me turn right. Then I get mugged, I get stabbed, I start suffering. You understand? If I had turned left, I would have just died instantly. Now I'm there, lost all my shit. I'm stabbed multiple times. I'm suffering. You get, there's a whole lot of scenarios that can play out. But at the end of the day, I believe that if I do turn left, I get hit by a bus. It was like, okay, my guy, your race has been run. You understand? It goes back to that analogy. I was saying that my intuition is the consultant. You understand?
Bro, let's just park it on the analogy. We're about to hit our ad break. Tuning into F Fella. Once again, this is the spot. The spot. This could be your business, idea, whatsoever you please. Hit us up, hit us up, hit us up. Pologo still has us. Yeah. Pologo, your shot. The spotlight is on you.
Yeah, what I was saying before the ad break. I was saying that at the end of the day, with me, I'd say that it's the consultant. Then the board, obviously the board has the CEO, it also has the chairperson, right? So if it's that matter of if the consultant gave their opinion or gave their suggestion, the board accepted, then I die. You get. That's how I see it. The decision was taken, the consultant gave the suggestion, the board accepted, they voted on it, they accepted. Then it's like, okay, fine, we're terminating this company, it's over. We go our separate ways, we'll meet in the next life. It is what it is. You get. That's how I would put it. No, like seriously, that's how I would put it. You get. Because
that's oh, you're saying continue, sorry about that.
No, I was saying that's how I would put it, because this I cannot expect someone else to have the same view as me, you get, but I can respect how they see things, and I'd want the same from them. You understand? So that's what I'm saying in terms of things that we do not have control over. We'll not get the discussion that who controls what. We'll not get into that discussion. So that's how things are, or that's how I view things. You get? So yeah.
Interesting. TT, can I just comment before just quickly?
Fam, take your time, fam. Take your time.
Oh,
prosecute,
okay.
prosecute.
Okay, no, not even. Yeah, so Poloko, that's it's insightful, man. I mean, for instance, it's not that I have beef with intuition or anything. It's just a case of I'm just trying to understand something I don't experience.
Okay.
You know, because you often hear people talking about these things. Well, when people are hungry, they feel it in their stomach that they're hungry. But when they make a decision based on into quote unquote intuition, they say, I feel it. But with me, I don't feel it. I don't experience that, but people experience in the way that they experience it, right? So that's the thing. I'm just trying to understand how people do things, right? With that, I have one last question for you.
Okay.
Right? Say, take someone like me. Take someone like me, for instance, right? Someone who's not in touch with their quote unquote intuition. What advice would you give to them? What, like, in order for them to connect? You know what I'm saying? To become like you and feel that thing inside telling them to take the left path or something.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say become like me, because I'm a mess. But in terms of like,
I thought your intuition was looking out for you.
I cannot be conceited and say that I'm living my best life or living the perfect life. You understand? I have to be honest with Ed. You understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
certain aspects in my life, yes, that are going accordingly, but other aspects that are not. So I just have to make peace with the fact that I'm still on that journey. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
With those aspects that are not going accordingly. But in terms of getting in touch with your intuition, the more you enjoy being by yourself without any distractions, I think that's the perfect place to start. And distractions, I mean, maybe no one, being by yourself or being with someone that you feel comfortable around. Distractions, I mean, being around someone that you're not comfortable around. That's a distraction because you'll be always looking over your shoulder. Distractions like interrupting sounds or your phone or your laptop, you get, because the more you enjoy being by yourself, reading that book or meditating or just sitting and just taking it all in, not even for about an hour or so, just maybe like 10 minutes, the more you enjoy that, you understand, the more you get that sort of like those 10 minutes before you fall asleep, where you go through your day, such activities, I'd say that's the perfect place to start. And it's not like it's going to just pop up and say that, hey, I'm your intuition, surprise, I'm here. No, it will happen when it happens. It will happen when it happens. You understand? I'm saying that in most cases, regarding myself, my intuition appears when certain decisions have to be made. Not every single decision, pops up. No, not that. But that are those decisions where it pops up. You understand? It gives that suggestion to say that, nah, go this way. You understand? So enjoying being by yourself, that's a perfect place to start.
Interesting. Now I've so many questions, but I don't want to hijack TT's show. So yeah, man. But yeah.
Yeah, man. That's some lovely insight into your perspective on everything just asked. Yeah. So you also touched Pariso, and I believe Poloko touched on feeling, right? So, and you also, it's interesting also, you exceeded and actually answered what I was about to ask. Yeah, it's quite interesting. But okay, how about this, right? So right now, the question that I'm trying to ask, the manner in which I initially thought about it, how it sparked in my brain, it might not come out as unique as it was, but whatever comes out, hey guys, at the end of the day, this is art, right? So what's your view in terms of now, okay, we had the perspective of destiny and fate and inside of the future through, like, via anticipating it or anticipation. So what do you guys have to then say about destiny and fate in relation to when we hold on to certain things? Like, we've passed certain moments in our lives, but we still contemplate on things from the past. What do you guys have to say about that?
Wait, I feel like you're putting words in our mouth.
No, that's the last thing I don't want to lead you to answers, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you have your own perspective on destiny and fate. And I just wanted to understand what really happens when you hold something on for too long. Are you gonna say that's fate as well, or maybe that's just something else?
Sure. But there's so many layers to these questions.
Yeah, man, break it down.
Because now when you break down, I mean, now I'm using your word, when you're saying that fate and holding on to the past, and you're asking if holding on to the past is a decision that you make, or is it part of fate?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Now it feels like it's a free will question in a fate question. You get it?
Man, that's what we're all about, man. I'm waiting for the it depends at some point.
Oh.
Ah.
Mm. To be honest, I still stick to my initial concept that it's all an illusion, man. You holding on to the past and thinking that it will or will not affect your fate. I don't know, man. Like it's you all create these things in your head, but at the end of the day, your fate is your fate.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
like Tabo said, like Tabo said, I feel like there's a lot of unpacking would have to do, and also going back to like how subjective some of these things are. It really does depend on like the person, because I'm listening to you guys, but I keep thinking about how entitled we must be to think that we deserve a certain thing because it's our destiny. Who said it's part of the destiny? And therein comes the subjectivity of it all. Like, how do you know that it's supposed to be part of your destiny? What if your destiny is it's totally a different direction, but because you're so entitled, you feel like, nah, it must be this. I can feel it. I can feel. But no, when we can't be that entitled, we just don't know. And I feel like our fate or destiny, they can be used interchangeably, but somehow I feel like we're very much responsible for those things coming into being what they are, and subjectively so taking these decisions that will move us towards those things, your fate or your destiny. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a certain level of like entitlement involved with those words. Who's to say that you are entitled to have such a destiny and whatnot? And how do we confirm that it is your so-called destiny? Like to an extent, I would believe that they are illusions, but I would also like to say that, hey, my name is Neo. I am entitled to think that my destiny is supposed to be what I think it should be, you know?
Okay. I dig it. So
I don't have the proper words to respond to Neo's response, so I'll just shelf it up until I've constructed it perfectly. But to go back to your question, TT, I'd say it's more of being fearful if you're holding on to the past. Because holding on to the past, it's familiar. You know what to expect from it. You understand? So if you let it go, you're going into the unknown. And for some people, me included, the unknown is quite challenging, because you want to be in control of certain things, because you know that majority of the things that happen around the world or around your sphere, you don't have control over them. Someone might step on a bug tomorrow and you get fired from your job. What? Understand? But but I'm just saying that the fear of the unknown, that's why in most cases, that's why most people hold on to their past. And for me, I'd say that that's unhealthy, and it's something that personally I'm working on. Not to great success, but hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the feeling question I should have initially brought it up because now I'm getting inputs in my head that how I should actually structure the question. So to your response, I just like to follow up with these questions. Okay. I've said this before, like maybe because like I always say I gamble, right? So and I've come to realize that sometimes my intuition can be a bit blurry, or some people say gut feeling could be a bit blurry because of my own other inputs or thoughts that I might say, Ish, I'm feeling a 7, I'm feeling a 6-1, I'm feeling it. I'm like, and I'm just forcing the feeling. So and then it's almost like I don't know, that will be kind of like I'm settling for something else or I'm tapping into something that I don't know. It's just all I'm saying is there are a lot of moments where I've come across in my life, per se, where I thought, man, this could be it. And turns out, nah, it was just my own generation of idea thinking, forcing my intuition whatsoever. But I'm not gonna ask that question. I'm just sharing my perspective on the whole kind of feeling thing, on sometimes in regard to intuition, because I believe I'm very intuitive. I rely more on my intuition than a lot of things, I guess. I just experience life as it goes. And whatever happens in the next seconds, hey man, let it be. So and then yeah, I'm sorry. That's my construct, right? That's the basis, that's the layer of what I was about to follow up on. So man, I love my tangents, eh? It's all after all. Sorry about that. So the main question is what happens then according to your own according to you what you just said in relation to people who are then told, hey man, you gave up too early, hey man, don't give up. And for example, what if Edison had stopped this? Of course, this is a question borrowed from the war a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Let me go back to what you were saying. If you have, before your question, if you have to repeat it over and over again, saying that I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it, then for me, that's not what your destiny, or that's not your fate. You understand? The more saying that you repeat it, that you can feel it, you can feel it, you can feel it. You can say that, yes, I will achieve this. Yes, I will achieve this. But if you say that I feel it, I feel it, I feel it, for me, that's not your destiny. You understand? Then going back to your question, asking about not giving up. If you have the determination to achieve something, giving up is not an option. There will be those thoughts, but giving up is not an option. You understand? I don't know how else to put it, man. Because at the end of the day, it goes back to one of my favorite sayings. Most successful people, motivation was 1%. It was most successful people, 1% of their success, it was motivation. The 99 was discipline. You understand? So me saying that quote, it goes back to you not giving up. Understand?
Okay.
There are certain aspects in your life that will force you to stop or to pause what you want to achieve. You understand? But you'll come back to it because you're determined to actually achieve that goal or finish that project. You understand? So that's how I see it. I think it also goes back to the type of person that I am. I don't want to embark on a project that that I tell myself that if the first obstacle appears, then I'm going to stop. If I start something, I have to finish. That's how I approach most things.
I understand.
Oh yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I dig it. All right, and we have a response from BS. So yeah, to all the audiences not present, yeah, that's an actual person. So BS is like BS is like according to BS, the input is like, according to the question, yeah, it's a bit of both. Yeah, the responses, I think that's some sort of result of fate and not fate itself. Remember, the past was once the future, in brackets destiny. So you get there, you got there and experienced it. For attachments, psychological or emotional reasons you find difficult moving on. Hence, I said it's as a result of what you experience, the fate. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for my narration. I thought, yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, Fariso?
Bruh. That's meaning. Can you please just go back to the question? This is the last time I'm asking.
The question is, you have destiny, or fate in your own understanding. We have touched on future. You've touched on the feeling of whatever you process those two. And now we're moving on to the past now, the extended past, where we would then hold on to certain things in our lives. And then I'm asking, what's your view in relation to fate and destiny?
In terms of us holding on to something in the past?
Yeah.
I'd love to think that, I mean, you gotta first realize why you're holding on to that something. And if you're holding on to that something, then clearly there's something you need to learn from the something you're holding on to. Wow. I feel like I should have given it words. But yeah, I feel like there's something there that you haven't quite learned, or there's something you haven't quite moved past, or you haven't accepted, or something. I believe Poloko also said the same thing about the fear of what? But yeah, a sense of fear that like echoes around the whole thing. So I'd love to think, right, that if your intuition and your destiny is aligned, then you holding on to something is just, it's something that's supposed to happen for you to realize something, about the destiny, or like the destiny itself.
More like a necessary correction.
Yeah, a necessary.
So that would be like, in your view, it would be like destiny readjusting itself.
No, it's part of the destiny. It's part of it. Part of it. In my view, it's part of it. It was just supposed to happen. You were supposed to hold on to whatever you're holding on to. If you're still holding on to it, it means you haven't, you're not ready to move past the second step, or whatever the next step is. So, it's part of it. It's part of the journey. I'd like to believe.
I understand. Yeah. The next question, definitely, this is 1,000 light years leap forward into whatever the unknown is at this point. So my understanding or my feeling right now, or my intuition, is just like, give me that kind of like input of, there's a lot of things that we could cover, but due for time, I guess we need to make the jump. And I'm deciding as a captain to ask this question right now, is that whatever input, or however you define your own perspective on what fate or destiny is to you, you keep on gravitating towards these things of like, certain things are out of our control, or certain things are just meant to be, or certain things have their own way of doing. And of course, this is in regards to your life as well. So then I'm asking this question. Devo, you don't want to go there. Poloko, you don't want to go there. But fam, we had to go to this point. So this is the question. So like, yeah, who gets to write that masterpiece of what we call your life? That script, that those variables that, factor into the beautiful equation that is life. Who gets to process and unpack all these beautiful things that have to happen in your life for you to be the person that we come across, for you to be the person that we interact with. So now the question is, in short, who is the writer of our destinies?
You know what I believe?
Sure.
I believe that if we were books, figuratively speaking, right?
Sure.
The deciding or how this is done is you, the book, offer yourself to people. And as you offer yourself to people, everyone puts their alphabet, their sentences in your book. You know, the people that you offer that book to are the people that are going to help you write that book.
As co-authors.
Precisely.
Okay.
I don't know if you get me.
I'm processing it. I'm definitely coming up with questions. It's just that very interesting. Very I've never heard this one before. So this is very authentic to my mind. And my mind is still processing it as it is. So but like Puluko said, I'll pack it on the top shelf. I'm gonna come back to you for sure.
As long as it's not on the bottom shelf, I'm good.
You. Yeah, no. Guys. You know what I think?
What do you think, my brother?
I think aliens, man. I think aliens. I think aliens made us. I think aliens made it. No, I'm joking. Of course, I'm joking. Who gets to write this? Gets to write the script? Man, some creator out there. I mean, you look at how complex the human body is, and just how complex. Man, have you ever like sat and pondered about like the body having something called a soul inside, and then the body itself like knows how to heal itself whenever it has a cut? What? Like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Some creator out there is a mad genius. Mad genius. Mad genius is the person that writes this fate, destiny stuff.
So the creator is mad before being a genius.
No, that's me exaggerating.
Yeah.
Hey, you get what I'm saying, Mr.
Yeah, I'm just playing with your words. Of course, Puloko, man, you've been with us throughout the whole show, man. And we definitely deserve. Hey, no, we're entitled to hear Poloko's insight. Yes.
But then I've been avoiding this question, though. I've been backed into it.
I guess it was fate that led you here.
Here's the way I see it. Going back to Deboho's book, I believe that yes, as people, let me put it in a sense of a book. As a person, you have that book represents you. It's already written. Then you have to go through it. You understand? To go through your entire story. You are destined to go through your entire story. You cannot skip up until the last page. It doesn't work like that. You understand? So the author is the author. We don't know who the author is. But for me, I believe that book is already written. You have to go through it as a person. You have to unpack your life. There are certain decisions, there are certain experiences that you have. So you just have to continue reading so you can see how the story ends. I think that's the best way I can put it, the way I see things. You understand? And going back to the mad genius. Going back to the mad genius. These are certain questions that you ask yourself, because you look at the human body, people who know it and heal your heart or up until your fucking ear, you don't know how, but it's there. You understand? It is a mystery. And we shouldn't necessarily stress ourselves to say that we need to answer that question. We just have to believe in our willpower. We have to believe that we're here for a reason. And to use Neo's words, you have to be entitled to certain things. But entitlement without hard work means jack shit. So I'll end it there.
Yeah. Guys, honestly, I don't know which is which. Was it fate that the show ends here? Was it fate that I guess, yeah, your boy just wants to end it here? I don't know. But honestly, yeah, I'm very happy that the show has to end here. This is my reasoning. My reason for doing this is, yeah, for you. I don't know, just to add some seeds or to integrate certain seeds that you've already planted in your head about certain things, and revisit that orchard, garden, whatever is in your head, and then yeah, man, see the beauty of whatever that seed is. So yeah, guys, this is the end of the show, and I know there's a lot of things to tackle, and surely I wish to hear from the beautiful perspectives. And for some reason, I don't know why, for the first time, I don't want to follow up on each individual's input. But yeah, I'm very happy. I'm content like this. Is it a bad thing? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it to the flow. Whatever happens after this, let it happen.
I'm waiting on that psych, dog. I'm waiting on you to say psych.
Yeah, today, man, it's real, man. Today is real, man.
Can we just drop something?
Yeah.
To me, intuition is like a broken clock.
Okay.
It only tells the correct time twice a day. Yeah, that's it.
I see. And we have Nero in the comment section. She didn't come back with a lovely voice. She graced us with her comments saying it is purposeful. How you guys didn't mention how belief systems contribute to this. Really curious. To the floor, what do you guys think?
Now, I want to understand belief as in religion or belief as in, I don't know, because belief is quite broad. So I just want to understand that first. But if it's brief, if it's belief, as if she's talking about religion when she says belief, then I'd say that it is a contributing factor, and it does help in certain instances, because at the end of the day, this is something that you believe in, that you identify with, you understand? When things are going bad or things are going good, this is something that you hold on to.
Bro, time out. You need to hear the ad break. We'll come back.
I
What the fuck?
Hey guys. Sharp.
I guess that's the psych.
Yeah.